Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And if you've been watching my shows over the years, you see I'm kind of maybe gone to the dark side. Some people say I may have gone to the dark side. In that, I've gone from analog radios, shortwave radios, to using more and more often digital radios. So I'm going to show you my collection of digital radios, specifically SDRs. I can't show you all of them because some of them are too big to get down here on my desk. So let me turn this off before I hurt myself. Oops, that didn't work. There we go. We're going to move that out of the way. So here's the ones that'll fit in a box like this. In addition to these, I have two Tintec, I think they're R320s, SDRs. They're quite old. They're a box that's about half the size of this box with electronics in it. There are no dials or knobs or anything. There's an antenna connector, a power connector, and a USB port connector. And I believe they're RS-232 to give you an idea of their vintage. And the problem was that the software that came with it was never upgraded that much. There weren't any third-party software people writing software for it, so it kind of just didn't go very far. Another one was a series by ICOM, which was the PCR, personal computer radio. Similar idea. It had three models, I think. They had a PCR 1000, 1500, and I think a 2500. And I have the 1500. Again, it's a box about this size and about that thick, where the Texan is about that thick. Again, whoop, I just knocked the microphone over and kicked my computer, and boy, oh man, sometimes it's just not worth getting out of bed. Plus, my voice is gone. I don't know why. But anyway, I want to struggle through this. So, other than those two types, and of course, there are radios, and I have one or two radios that have a computer interface, and basically you can control the volume, and you can tell it to scan, and you can change the frequency. That's about it. So not really SDRs, because it's a standalone radio, and you're just controlling the functions. Okay, now let's get to the SDR. This is my box of SDRs that I've collected over the years, many of which were given to me for review. So let's just see what we, and we're just going to do a random. There's other parts in here related to that. So on the top here, we have, this one is called the Fifi. And I've had this for a couple of years. It was a very good SDR. It worked best on VHF and UHF. Didn't do as good on shortwave and below shortwave, but it did okay. And this was my #1 user for quite a long time. I used this exclusively. It does come in a metal case, and it does have a standard B and C connector. And then over here is the ports for your USB, power button, power light. I don't remember what that was. Looks like an audio output. Okay, so that's that one, called a Fifi. Here's a unique one. This is the FlightWare.
I don't know that one.
Shut up, Alexa. I'm not talking to you. How did she get that? Oh, anyway, this is the FlightWare dongle, and it's tuned to receive those transponders that are on aircraft at 1.090 gigahertz. And then here's an adapter so that you could plug it into your tablet. It's a micro USB. And of course it'll work on other frequencies. That's that guy there. This of course is my favorite right now, which is the SDRplay. They come in like 3 or 4 versions now. This is the original, the Play 1, RSP1, and then there's an RSP1A, which is basically the same thing with better filtering on the front end to eliminate strong signals from, say, medium wave coming in, which is why I have to use, for this one, I have to use this medium wave filter from RTL-SDR.com. Okay, so that's, and this is my favorite right now. They basically have discontinued this, but you can still get them for like $99 or less. You can go on eBay and get them for less than $99. Okay. And what was I? Something came to mind when I was looking at that one. I forgot what it was. Anyway, here is another experimental one. This is from a gentleman in China. I don't know if this ever got really going. It's in a metal case. He's taken, what he's done, he's taken the guts out of, let me find one here. I would say for this, for instance, he's taken the guts out of this one and it added additional circuitry to improve the reception for shortwave, for instance, and other bands. Here is your typical, that when this whole craze started, this is one of your typical TV dongles. They sold for around $20. You can get them now for as low as $12. And they do a pretty good job, except they don't do a very good job below 30 megahertz. They will work with below 30 megahertz. They don't do a very good job. And it's got this funky connector on it for the antenna. And then there's another one right here the gentleman sent me. That it's the same identical thing, except once again, he went in there and did some modifications to improve the reception, especially below 30 megahertz. Okay, that's those. I don't remember what this one was exactly. It had 2 ports, one for 25 megahertz to 1.7 gigahertz, and one for 100 kilohertz to 30 megahertz. So you actually had to hook up 2 different antennas. And it did a pretty good job. It wasn't exceptional. You see, this is a generic one. You see a lot of these on eBay. That the case might be a different color. There's a whole bunch of ones that have like a spectrum display on the plate right here, that's printed on the plate. Not that good. Here's another experimental one from the gentleman in China or Japan, I don't remember which. This one is different in that you connect up to it via a network, not via your USB. And I never could quite get it working right, and so I never really got to test it. All right, let's see what else we got down here. This is a bunch of adapters. This one I've gotten this plastic bag. This is one of the original ones, also very similar. Let me see, do I have another one? No, I don't have another one. But this is the original TV dongle that the software was written by many users to turn it into a wideband receiver. This one, the plastic coating over the months got real sticky. And so I had to put it in this plastic bag so it didn't stick to everything else. I'll show you a close-up there. You see a lot of these on the market. It might be white with black printing or black. And they do okay above 30 megahertz. There are software packages such as SDR Sharp that will put them in a different mode so you can use them below 30 megahertz, but the reception is not very good. So these vary from $10 to $20. Okay, what is this? This is an oddball one I got called Digistance. Digistance, right there's the name. Pretty much the same electronics as the other ones. Operate about the same quality as reception-wise. And it had another funky connector for the antenna right there. And I think I have, do I have an adapter? Yeah, here's an adapter. No, that's not it. Thought I had an adapter. Yeah, here's an adapter I bought for, because all these little guys come with a real cheapo antenna with about 2 feet of cable. And again, they were originally designed to work on over-the-air TV in places other than the United States. Different format than what's used in the United States. So they won't work in the United States as a TV tuner. So that's those. Here is the No Electcom. One of the many, they have about a dozen different styles of this thing. And they get kind of expensive. They get up to $50. I think this one was like $24. I was not impressed with this either. Okay. See, I think we're down to this one. This, for the low end, this one here works fantastic. Some people don't think so. I've tested it and I've used it a lot, and it works fantastic. It's the RTL-SDR.com, and I got to know the gentleman that designed this, and of course there's a company in China that actually makes them for him, and these sell just the dongle sells for about $20. You can get them off Amazon. You can also get them in a kit form, and it comes with an antenna package, several small antennas, and I think it's about $26. What's really crazy, that's on Amazon. What's really crazy, if you buy these on eBay from China, they're like $35 and $45. I don't understand that. So this is a great performer. It will work on almost all bands. It does require you to change mode in your software when you go below 30 megahertz versus above 30 megahertz. But it does a very good job. $19.95 for the dongle. This does a very good job. Again, this gentleman took the basic design, made changes to it, and then had a company, I guess in China, relay out the board. And so this is not a butchered up version of something like this. This is a real design. If you take this apart, it's a single board. No cuts and jumpers on it that I know of. So that's my collection of these that I've shown you. This one is one of my favorites, especially at the price range. this one is right now my favorite. This one does a fantastic job. It comes with, or you can download. Stand by.
75.2 degrees Fahrenheit. The outdoor temperature is 104.7 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'll have to wait a few seconds.
The indoor temperature is 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit. The outdoor temperature is 104.7 degrees Fahrenheit. The indoor
Okay.
temperature is 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit. The outdoor temperature
That should be
is
it.
104.7 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay. And it's not 104 degrees outside. What I did is I have an indoor-outdoor thermometer, and I put the outdoor lead in the air conditioning vent to monitor the temperature out of the air conditioner. In the summertime, it tells me that the air conditioner is cooling properly. In the winter time, it tells me the heater is heating properly. And it's got an alarm that defaults to, I think, 100 degrees, and it gives you that message when the temperature gets above 100 degrees. Anyway, so this right now, this is my favorite SDR, the SDRplay 1. I'd love to have the 1A. It's about, I think, $125. I've been watching them on eBay, because a lot of people are getting these and then they realize there's a little bit of a learning curve with the software, and so they give up. So I've been looking for a used one on eBay of the 1A. Like I said before, the 1A has some more filtering on the front end to eliminate bleeding in from the lower bands. And of course, like I say on this guy, what I have to use is this, or I definitely get bleed overs from the medium wave band. There's a 2 and a 2 Pro, which I believe both of those have 2 receivers built in that you can run at the same time. I don't need that. So anyway, that's what that is. And then I've got an array of, now this is the remote control for, say, where'd it go? Say for one of these, because it was used, initially this was sold as a TV tuner for your computer. You use the USB port. Okay. Then I got various arrays of adapters, because most of these have connectors on them that normally you wouldn't use for shortwave antennas, which are the, let me show you right here, this is SMA connector. That's what most of them have, except for the Fifi. And then you can use like this adapter here that connects to that and then gives you a B and C output. These guys here connects to this, gives you this standard PL or SO239 connector. And in some various, there's another USB, another BNC adapter. And also, the gentleman that makes and sells these, RTL-SDR, sells a kit of adapters, which has got, I don't know, half a dozen different types of adapters for these. I wouldn't recommend. The thing is, you have to be, this plugs into your USB port. Now, if you plug it in, for instance, directly, especially on a laptop, you got quite a bit of weight hanging on here. And then, if you hook up a cable, similar to this one here, through an adapter, if I get the end of it, similar to this one here with an adapter, now you're putting a bunch of weight on this connector. So you got to be a little careful. So for instance, this would go on here. well, naturally I'm in a hurry, I can't do it. That would go on there, and then this would go on here like this, and that would, and then a longer cable would go to your outside antenna. So that's a lot of weight. I've had one of these fail where at one end or the other connection was broken inside. So that's it. I just wanted to show you my array. Again, you could try. You know, if you just want to give it a try, you could get one similar to this, not this one necessarily. These for like $17 off of Amazon and maybe $12 off of eBay, but I would recommend that you get this one. It's only $19.95. On Amazon, I've got them in my Amazon store. And then if you get into using these, which now, like I say, I've gone to the dark side and I use these almost exclusively, especially this one, you can go to something more expensive like this. And there are dozens and dozens more of these. And you can go up to several $1,000s worth of SDR, software-defined radios, where all of the decoding and everything is done in your computer. And you don't have to have a real powerful computer. Where the power needed by your computer comes in is if you want to display on your screen a wider segment of the spectrum. So if you only want to display, say, 2 megahertz or 1 megahertz on your screen of the spectrum, you can use a less powerful computer. You can use one of these little tablet computers. If you want to stretch that out, like this one here, I believe is capable of showing you 10 megahertz, you need a powerful computer. And then, of course, I think the RSP2 will display 12 megahertz at one time. That's a big chunk to be scanning continuously, very rapidly, and showing you the signals that are out there. That's it. If you have any questions about getting into SDRs, just leave me a message or a comment. You can send me an email directly to TRRS73@gmail.com. And have a great day. If you enjoyed this show, please give me a thumbs up. Bye-bye.